Okay, so, episode 9. Hello, people! This was freaking awesome! Out of the past? Correct you are, sir. Okay, so, like, Korra gets trapped in this metal box that she cannot bend by Tarrlok with bloodbending. That was freaking awesome how she was just kind of floating. I was like, I didn't know they could do that. But, you know, whatevers. Yeah, and then, like, she's kind of, you know, she's trying to figure out a way to get out. Like, she's kicking it, for goodness sake. She's, like, punching and kicking and trying to figure out a way out of this situation that she's in. She has a knack for getting into stupid situations. But she just, like, oh, she don't know what to do. So, taking Tenzin's advice, she starts to meditate and try to contact Aang. But all we get is this like full version of the flashbacks. Like all the flashbacks are just collaged into this one big this one big movie kinda. And we get to see Toph and SOKKA and Aang and Yukon and what's up? Okay, and the thing that it tickled me was Toph still calls Aang Twinkle Toes, and he called her on it. He's like, come on, Toph, I'm a grown man. Is there any way you can stop calling me that? And she's like, not a chance. I was like, yes! Toph! Woo! That's right, that's my Toph. Oh my god, she's freaking awesome still. Gah. And then, okay, so they arrest Yukon, and, you know, claiming they've got witnesses, and he can bloodbend without a full moon too. That's just freaking stupid. And then they take him to court, and Sokka is the Southern representative, Southern Water Tribe representative for the council, and he's like, you know, he's listening to, and the prosecutor's like, okay, there's no freaking way, because, like, you know, bloodbending's only supposed to be done by full moon, and blah, 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 blah. And Sokka's like, dude, there's been, like, countless things of unique benders, like guy who could firebend with his mind. Combustion Man reference! And then Toph herself creating metal bending. Hello! And I love how he referred to his boomerang. He was like, my trusty boomerang, you know, and I was like, ah! I was like so freaking excited. And then I'm like seriously like squealing right now. And then he's like, we find you guilty, we sentence you to life. And then Yukon just like, he ain't having that. So he like bloodbends the entire courtroom and just like everybody's like under his control. Has Toph unlock his that's gonna take her off. That she unlocked his cuffs and he just starts and like bloodbends the avatar and like whatever, and so he flees saying he'll be back for revenge or whatever. But Aang goes avatar state on his rear end and air scooters out after him, and then like, you know, Yukon tries to bloodbend him again, but then, like, Aang goes avatar state again and, like, takes his bending away. And I was like, what's up? I mean, you know, Yukon, he was the freaking, like, boss of the Red Monsoons or whatever. He was, like, a triad legend. And took him down. I was like, yes, that is exactly how you do it. And so, yeah, the whole time, though, we get cuts back to Korra, you know, meditating. And I gotta admit, I'm impressed that she actually found the will to meditate, because I would not have been able to do that. But she just like, okay, she's just like meditating, and you can see like some concentrations on her face, or some flicker of emotion goes on her face, and I was just like, go Korra, you can do this. And then she figures out that the whole time of these flashbacks, Aang was trying to warn her about Tarrlok. And meanwhile, while this is going on, we have on the radio, Lin Beifong, she's back, baby, she's back! She hears about the Korra getting kidnapped and stuff, so she gets her metal bending gear on, and she puts a little coat over that, and she takes off the little symbol on her thing, and she's like, I'm doing this my way, what up? I'm like, yes, Vigilante Lin! She breaks all of Korra's friends out of jail, and that was freaking awesome. Because she's like, what's up? You know. And we had a funny moment with Bolin trying to use the bathroom and all the people just walking in, and Lin zips his zipper up before he goes out. I just thought that was hilarious. And then, you know, Mako's kind of freaking out at the fact that Korra's gone, and then they go get Tenzin, pick him up, and they, like, you know, because Tenzin's already been to see Tarrlok, and Tarrlok's told his side of the story, or his fake story, or whatever, about how the Equalists came and got Korra. And they try to find the Equalist underground lair, and they do. And the prison, they go to the prison, and she breaks her metal bender cops out of there, but also, while all this is going on, Asami's like, you know, he's really trying to find Korra. And Mako's like, yeah, we all want to find Korra. Bolin's like, yeah, we all want to find Korra. She's like, no, something's different about this. Because, you know, she still has those suspicions from last episode, because Iki's a little evil devil. And he's like, finally Bolin admits to her that Korra and Mako kissed during the tournament. And, oh, I see the heartbreak. I see it. But, you know, the whole time she's just, I felt sorry for her. I really did. You know, I like Masami. I like Asami. Really, I do. But I'm still like hardcore Makora. A little side to Nora on the side, but you know, nobody needs to know about that. Yeah, and so like they get to the prison and Lynn breaks out her cops, but Mako even threatens a equalist trying to get him to tell him what Korra is, and he's like, dude, we have no avatar in here, you know. But the cops, I thought it was sad how they already had their bending taken away, and Lynn just looked so, she looks like she felt so guilty about it. And then, you know, they find out that Tarrlok lied to them, so they go back to the council, like, the 3 other council members are there, and they're trying to talk to them, but then Tarrlok comes in, and, sorry guys, I'm an idiot, and then Tarrlok comes in, and, you know, he's denying the whole kidnapping thing, and then his secretary, or his page, or whatever you want to call him, is like hiding behind a pillar going, you did it! I saw you do it! Because I was like leaving, and then I saw you put the avatar in the truck, and I was like, go Paige! I never loved a character more than I do right now. With him, you know, ratting Tarrlok out, and then Tarrlok bloodbends everybody, and they all go unconscious for a little bit. And then we see, after we go back to Korra, and I've already explained the whole Korra situation, I'm going to go back to, and then Lynn wakes up Tenzin with a slap. I thought that was hilarious. And they're like, oh, where's Naga? And the whole time, Naga is, she's off, you know, we don't know where she is exactly, but we have ideas, you know, but she's missing too. And so, they try to find Tarrlok, and let's just say they don't. And so we'll go back to Korra, and Tarrlok's back with Korra, and he's like saying how he's going to take her to a new city, and we learn that Tarrlok is indeed Yakone's son, and that's where he learned his bloodbending from. And he says he wanted to be the savior of the city, but not hide in the shadows like his dad. He wanted to manipulate the city and gain power and stuff. And so he's preparing to take Korra away from even this desolate location, and he goes upstairs. Who's waiting for him? Amon and his lackeys. And I'm like, oh snap. Well, anyway, he bloodbends Amon's people, but Amon's still standing, and I'm like, what? I didn't know what to say there. I was like, what the crap? And so he continues trying to bloodbend Amon. You can see him struggling. Like, you can see Amon kind of struggling to keep going, but he does, and he takes away Tarrlok's bloodbending. And I'm like, holy crap! Yes! Justice! Sweet justice! And so they tie up Tarrlok and put him in the truck, and Amon orders, his lieutenant and his other equalists to go get Korra from downstairs and, you know, make sure she doesn't, and don't underestimate her, and get her and bring her back to me. And I was like, so you just gonna take her too? Oh, okay, fine. Anyway, so Korra gets the idea after Lieutenant announces that he's going to electrocute the cage, or after she overhears the electrocution idea, she gets the idea to use her armband to, like, put it between the bars and, like, hold onto it and not, like, touch any of the metal, because, you know, rubber doesn't conduct electricity. So, I know, a little science lesson for all of you folks. And so, when the lieutenant is, he's like, payback time, by the way, and he's like, zapping the metal box, she's faking being in pain and screaming, and then she slumps to the floor after the electricity's gone. And he's like, open the door, and he's like, get in the truck, and she just firebends at him and gets out. And she's outside, and Amon and her, like, looking at each other real quick. And at first I'm like, don't do it, Korra, do not fight. You're not in shape to fight. And I was kind of hoping for a fight, but at the same time I'm like, just don't do it, girl. Don't be stupid. So she runs. I was like, yes! Thank you for taking my advice. And she runs. And Amon, like, at first goes after her, but then she snowboards away like some sort of awesome snowboarding person. I don't know any famous snowboarders. I'm sorry. And then she kind of trips over a root or something and like skids and falls into a tree and just kind of loses she just kind of goes unconscious for a bit. Then we see Naga coming to her rescue. I was so excited to see Naga coming to her rescue. That is one loyal pet. I love Naga. She is just a beautiful creature and I love her so much. And, you know, she's just awesome. So she carries Korra back to, like, on her saddle. And she's, oh, it's so cute. And she carries Korra back to Republic City and the whole gang is like flying over the city on Oogie, trying to look for, you know, clues to where either person would be. And they spot Naga. And, like, everybody's like, Korra, are you okay? Are you okay? And Mako, oh my god. He comes up. He has not said more than 2 words to Asami this entire episode. I kind of hated it, but at the same time I'm like, yes, Korra, it's coming. And he carries Korra in his arms, bridal style, and carries her back on top of Oogie, and he's like, you're safe now, and Korra's just kind of like, I'm so happy you're here, and I was emotional wreck during this whole show, because I just watched Young Justice, and there's going to be some spoilers here, but I just watched Young Justice, and I feared for my life that my favorite character had just died, and I was like, no! And then at the end, like, it turned out they didn't, and I was like, ah! And, like, I was so upset the entire episode. So this episode of Korra, it brought my spirits up, but also I was in such emotional distress, I couldn't really fathom how I felt about this situation. But it was just so fantastic. This whole episode. We got to see Aang and Toph and Sokka, and I was just so excited. And we got to see a little more of Yukon and figure out what the heck was going on with him and what was going on with Tarrlok. And I'm just so excited. And then, to top it all off, we got like an awesome promo for the season finale and coming 2 weeks from now, because you know then there's an episode before those 2 episodes, because it's an hour-long finale. We got skeletons in the closet. I'm just guessing because I got a few leaks and a friend told me about this, but the season finale consists of Skeleton in the Closet and Endgame. That's the 2 titles for the season finale. But before that, the next episode after this one we just saw was Turning the Tides. So we got some epic stuff coming our way, and oh, I can't wait! I'm so freaking excited! Oh, having fangirl meltdown. I had a heart attack during this episode. Just saying, these 2 shows that I love to watch, Young Justice and Korra, just had me on hype this entire time. So, guys, I don't know what else to say. I'm just gonna leave it at this before I start rambling, and you guys don't want to hear that. Love you guys. Thanks to all you guys who've watched my videos loyally. I really appreciate it. Subscribe, comment, do what you need to do. BG Time Avatar is out. Peace.